Hello students, how are you? Today learn more problems in pulley in motion. If you have not seen my last videos, please watch those from the link given below so you can understand this concept better. Okay, let's start. Look at this students, a system of pulleys given like this. The mass M1 is moving down with an acceleration A1 and all those pulleys are movable. We need to find out the acceleration of M2 in terms of A1. So what to do here? Start from the tension, correct? Now, first of all, look at this. This is moving down with an acceleration A1 downward. So what we can do, we can solve it in two different ways, okay? Let me show it first with the basis of acceleration. Then I will show you with the basis of tension, correct? So watch it carefully now. A1 acting downward. This pulley is fixed, acceleration is 0. So what will be the acceleration of this? This will be obviously A1 by 2. Because what we know, this plus this divided by 2. Now, this pulley is fixed, acceleration is 0. So this will be what? A1 by 2 plus 0 divided by 2, A1 by 4. This pulley is fixed, this is 0. Because this string is fixed with this portion, that is why I am telling A1 by 4 plus 0 divided by 2, this is A1 by 8. Now look at this, this is fixed, okay? So this will move down with the acceleration A1 by 8 downward. So this is the one of the way by which we can solve it. Now, the other way by which we can solve it, that is the tension method. What is that? Look at this, start doing from this same string. So let this take T, this take T. So T, this is obviously 2T. This is 2T, this is 2T. So this is obviously 4T. This 40, this is 40. So this is 40. So this will be what? 80. And if this is 80, this will be 80. And I told you a method earlier in earlier videos, the product of tension into acceleration is always constant. So what we can write? Tension acting on this mass is M2 is 80 and its acceleration is A2. So this is the product. And what is the tension acting on this? T, and acceleration is this. So T into A1. So we can write A1 equal to 8 of A2, or A2 is equal to A1 by 8. Look, either you use the direct acceleration method or tension method, answer is same, and both the answer we receive within a span of 1 minute. Okay, so let me show you few more problems like this. Look students, the problem is given like this: of 400 Newton forces acting on the pulley, we need to find out the acceleration of the each blocks. Similarly, in this problem. So how to solve this problem within a very short span of time? Because in competitive, you will not get much more time to solve it. So look at the method I am showing you. It's a very easy method, but by which we can solve it within a minute. 400 Newton is acting upward. So I'm dividing this 400 into 200 Newton on this part and 200 Newton this part. This will happen because 200 plus 200 is 400. Now look at this, 20G is acting downward. Sorry, 20G, 20 Newton is acting downward. 20 Newton is acting downward. And here 50 Newton is acting downward. Now look at this, 200 Newton is acting upward and 20 Newton is acting downward. That means net force on this pulley, this body is acting upward. So what will be the acceleration of this? 200 minus 20 is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass is what? 2, acceleration is A1. So 200 minus 20 is 180. 180 by 2 is equal to A1. Therefore, A1 equal to 90 meter per second square. That means this pulley, if this upward force is more than downward force, so this pulley is moving up with an acceleration of 90 meter per second square. Now look at this. 200 Newton is acting along this direction, 50 Newton acting downward. So upward force is more than downward. So obviously the acceleration will be in upward direction. And what will be the value of this acceleration? A2 is equal to 200 minus 50 by mass of this body, that is 5. 200 minus 50 is 150. 150 by 5 is 30 meter per second square. So simple way to calculate the acceleration. Now, let's start from this. 800 Newton acting here. So it will divide equally between these two, 400 Newton, 400 Newton. Similarly, this 400 Newton, 200 and 200. And here it is 200 and 200. Now look at this 200 get equally divided, that is 100 and 100 Newton. Now watch this, 20 Newton acting downward, 50 Newton acting downward. So now let's start 100 Newton acting upward, 20 Newton downward. So acceleration of this 2 kg mass will be what? A1 is equal to 100 minus 20, that is 80 by 2, that is 40 meter per second square, and it is directed upward. What will be the acceleration of this? Since upward force is more than our downward force, so it will be also directed along this direction. 100 minus 50 divided by 5, that is 50 by 5, that is 10 meter per second square. 100 minus 50 is 50, 50 by 5 is 10. Now let's come here. 200 acting downward, 50 downward. 200 acting upward, 50 downward. So acceleration of this is 200 minus 50 is 150 by 5, that is 30 meter per second square, and direction is upward. Here it is 20 Newton acting downward, 200 minus 20, that is 180 divided by 2, 90 meter per second square. It is in this direction, upward. Now watch here. So this is the way by we can calculate the acceleration so easily. Now we can calculate the acceleration of the pulley element. So let mark this as P1, let mark this as P2, let mark this as P3, and then let mark this as P4. So what will be the acceleration of P1? Look at this. Acceleration of P1 is this. Look at this. This is upward. This is upward. So 40 plus 10 divided by 2. That is 50 by 2. That is 25 meter per second square. And since the sign is positive, it is upward. Now in the similar manner, we can calculate the acceleration of P3, P2, etc. Now acceleration of P2. Look at this. 90. This side is fixed, acceleration is 0 divided by 2, that is 45 meter per second square upward. Now, in the similar manner, we can find out the acceleration of P3 also. What is the acceleration of P3? So simple to calculate. Again, look at this. This is 30 upward and this 30 upward. And what is the acceleration of the pulley? P1, 25 upward, divided by 2, 30 plus 25 is 55, 55 divided by 2 is 27.5 meter per second square. So now acceleration of P3 is known, acceleration of P2 is known, we can find out the acceleration of P4 easily. What is the acceleration of P4 then? Acceleration of P4 is 45 plus 27.5 divided by 2, which is equal to 45. 20 is 65 plus 7, 72.5 divided by 2. 72.5 means 36.25 meter per second square. Okay. Look, students, a problem is given like this. There are one fixed pulley, one movable pulley. Movable pulley contains two masses, 2 kg and 4 kg, and the fixed pulley is 10 kg. And we need to find out the acceleration of 10 kg, 2 kg, and 4 kg mass. Once upon a time, this is considered to be most toughest problem and most lengthiest problem. Now I'm going to show you how to solve this problem within a very short span of time without following the longer method. First of all, let's do one thing. This is T, this is T, this is 2T, and this is 2T. Assuming for a moment, this is moving up with an acceleration A1 and this is moving up with an acceleration A2. So now why I'm taking this is up, both are moving up, because if you contain this system, this 6 kg and this 10 kg, so this mass will go down and this mass will enter system will go up. Now what will happen? What will be the acceleration of this pulley? Acceleration of this pulley will be then A1 plus A2 divided by 2. And acceleration of this block will be A1 plus A2 divided by 2. Now I am going to apply the general methods, okay? 10 into G, that is 100 Newton acting downward, and this is upward 2T as usual given. And here it is 20 Newton, and here it is 40 Newton. And let's set the equation of motion for this. This is moving down, so 100 minus 2T is equal to 10 into A. 1 plus A2 divided by 2, which is equal to 100 minus 2T is equal to 5 A1 plus A2. This is equation number 1. Now for this mass, T minus 20 is equal to 2 into A1. And for this mass, it is T minus 40 is equal to 4 into A2. Okay. Now we need to find out the value of A1, A2, and T. Okay. So we can do it very easily. How? Let me do one thing. First, add me this two. 2T minus 60 and this 2A1 plus 4A2. This 4. Okay. Now this equation is 100 minus 2T is equal to 5 of A1 plus A2. This is equation number 1. If I subtract these two, 2 to 2 get cancelled, 100 minus 60 is 40. And this will be what? 2A1 plus 5A1. That is 7A1, 4A2 plus 5A2. That is 9A2. This is equation number 5. Okay. Now, what we have to do? We need to solve this equation, correct? Clear? Now we can find out another, we can do another thing. Let's take the help of equation 2 and 3. T minus 20 is equal to 2A1 and T minus 40 is equal to 4A2. Okay, this is equation 2, this is equation 3. Now if I subtract this two, this get cancelled. This is 20 and this is 2A1 minus 4A2, which is equal to A1 minus 2A2 is equal to 10. This is sum number 6. Now I can solve this equation very easily from this. A1 equal to therefore 10 plus 2A2. Okay, let's substitute this value in this equation. 7, 10 plus 2A2 plus 9 of A2. Therefore 40, this is 70, this is minus 30. Okay, and look at this. 7 to the 14 plus 9, 23 A2. Therefore A2 is equal to minus 30 by 23. What does that mean? A2 is equal to minus 30 by 23 means instead of this moving up, this will move down with an acceleration of 30 by 23 meter per second square. Now we can find out the value of A1 very easily from this. A1 equal to 10. What is A2? That is minus of 2 into 30 by 23. That is 230 minus 60 by 23, and this is equal to 170, okay, by 23 meter per second square. And since this is positive, that means this will move up with an acceleration of 170 by 23 meter per second square. Now we need to find out the value of A1 plus A2 divided by 2. That is A1 plus A2 divided by 2. What is that? A1 equal to minus 30 by 23 plus 170 by 23 divided by 2, which is equal to 170 minus 130 is 140 by 2 into 23, that is 70 by 23 positive. That means this mass is moving down with an acceleration of 70 by 23 meter per second square. Look at this, which is once upon a time considered to be a very lengthy sum. We can solve it within a moment of 3 minutes or 4 minutes maximum. Okay, so let me show you a few more problems related to. Look, students, 3 problems are given here. Mass M, 4 kg and 6 kg. First question is, find M if 4 kg is at rest. Number 2, find M if 6 kg is at rest. Next, last question is, find M if M is at rest. So how to solve this question? Look at this. First of all, think in this way. If 4 kg is at rest, that means the upward force acting on the 4 kg mass and the downward force acting on the 4 kg mass must be equal. That means downward force is 40 Newton, upward should be 40 Newton. And same string, so it is 40 Newton. Okay. If it is 40, this is 80. And if it is 80, this is 80. And this is 80. Now look at this. We can solve it so easily. 40 Newton up and this 60 down. So downward force is more than upward force. So its acceleration should be directed downward. And this is equal to A1, 60 minus 40 divided by 6. 60 minus 40, that is 20 by 6, which is equal to 10 by 3 meter per second square. Now, the important thing is this: if it is 10 by 3 and it is at rest, what will be the acceleration of this? So this pulley is moving down with an acceleration of 10 by 3 plus 0 divided by 2, that is 5 by 3 meter per second square. So it means that if it is moving down with an acceleration of 5 by 3 meter per second square, this mass is moving up with an acceleration of 5 by 3 meter per second square. Now what we can write for this? 80 minus 5 by 3. Sorry. Now for this mass, what will be the equation then? 80 minus mg is equal to mass into acceleration n into a. Okay, therefore 80 is equal to m of g plus a. Now we can solve it very easily. Now 80 equal to m. What is m? I don't know. G is equal to 10. And what is a? It is 5 by 3. So 5 by 3. So if we do the calculation, 10 m, 3 to the 30 plus 5, 35 by 3. And if I calculate this, 5 7s are 35, 5 6 10, m is equal to therefore 48 by 7 kg. So easy to solve. So now let's take the second problem. Now in this case, 6 kg mass is at rest. So what we can write? 60 Newton acting upward and 60 Newton acting downward. That means this 60, this 40. So in this case, the upward force is more than downward force. So what we can write? 60 minus 40 divided by 4 is equal to A1. Hence A1 equal to 60 minus 40, 20 by 4, 5 meter per second square. So in this case, since upward force is more and it is positive, that means it is moving up with an acceleration of 5 meter per second square. Now these are at rest. This 5 meter per second square. So what will be the acceleration of the pulley? That is 5 plus 0 divided by 2. That is 2.5 meter per second square. That means this mass is moving down with an acceleration of 2.5 meter per second square. This 60, this 60, this is 120 Newton. And this is obviously 120 Newton. So what will be the equation of motion for this? 120. Look at this, it is moving down. So obviously mg is more than 120. So we should write it like this. Mg minus 120 is equal to m into a. Therefore 120 is equal to mg minus of a. 120 m, I don't know, g10. What is a? A is 2.5. That means what we can write, m equal to 120 divided by 7.5. 120 by 7.5 is 16 kg. So easily we can solve it. So now using the same method, let's solve the last problem. What will be the mass of m if m is at rest? Now if m is at rest, that means upward force is equal to downward force. Mg, this is mg. Now one important thing is that if it is mg, so this is mg, and this should be mg by 2. This is mg by 2. Okay. Now if we handle with the tension in this case, so what will happen in this case? Look at this. 4g is acting downward and 6g is acting downward. Now this is at rest. That means this pulley is not moving. So what we can write? Suppose this is moving down with an acceleration a, this is moving up with an acceleration b. Okay. So what to do here? 6g minus mg by 2 is equal to 6 into a, and for this it is equal to mg by 2 minus 4g is equal to 4a. 6g minus 4g is what? That is equal to 2g is equal to 10a, and g if I take 10, so a equal to 2 meter per second square. Clear? Now putting the value of a in this equation, I can easily find out the value of mg. Any one of this equation I can choose. Mg by 2 is equal to 4a plus 4g. 4a is 10, sorry, a is 2, g is 10, that is 4 12s of 48. So mg is equal to what, 96 by 10, sorry. Therefore, m equal to 96 by 10, which is equal to 9.6 kg. So look at this, students. We can solve all this problem by using so easy method. So you can save more times in competitive exams. Spring string related problems. Watch my next video. Thank you.